Hello, this is Math Step by Step by me, Laura Zuniga, and today we're going to talk about like terms. Okay, first of all, what are like terms? Like terms are those terms that have exactly the same variable, and that variable has exactly the same exponent. So let's see a list of like terms and a list of not like terms, just to understand it. First of all, in my list of like terms, I'm going to write 3x and x. Well, both have the same variable as it says in the definition, and these variables have exactly the same exponent. You don't see any exponent here, but if you don't see exponents, it's because that exponent is 1, right? So they have exactly the same exponent. And even though here you have a 3, and in front of the x you have nothing, which is the same as saying that you have a 1 here, 1 times x, even though there's a 3 and there's a 1 here, the definition doesn't say anything about the number that is in front. It just needs to be the same variable with the same exponent, which is the case here. So these two are like terms. So let's see an example with not like terms. So for example, x and x squared are not like terms, because even though you have exactly the same variable, these variables do not have the same exponent. Here you see no exponent, that means there's a 1 here, and here we have a 2. So they have different exponents, so they're not like terms. Let's see another example. 5a squared b and minus 3a squared b. These two terms are like terms because both have a's, both have b, and the a in both cases is squared, and the b's in both cases are to the power of 1. So they are like terms. So let's see now what's an example of not like terms. I'm going to write here 4a squared b and negative 2ab squared. Even though you see a here and a here, the same variable, the variable a don't have the same exponent. Here the exponent is 2, here the exponent is 1. So that's enough to say that these two terms are not like terms. Anyway, same thing happened with b. Here the exponent is 1, here the exponent is 2. So definitely these two terms are not like terms. So finally, plain numbers, let's say 6 and negative 2 are like terms. Plain numbers are always like terms, so that's the reason why we add plain numbers. Okay, so in algebra, in order to be able to add, we need to add terms when they are like terms. So let's see in this problem, 8a plus 5b minus 3a plus 6 minus 3b plus 4. This is an addition, right? But in order to add, we need to look for like terms. So let's start with the first like terms here. 8a and negative 3a are like terms because both have a and both a's have the same exponent, which is 1, so they are like terms. Okay, so this is adding 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 what? 5a, because I'm adding a's, okay? Now, let's see the next one, the b. I have 5b here, and let me see if I have another b here. I do have a b here, negative 3b. So they are like terms because they share the same variable, and this variable have exactly the same exponent. So this is adding 5 minus 3, and 5 minus 3 is 2. To what? To b, because I'm adding b's. Now, as I said before, plain numbers will always be like terms. So plus 6 and plus 4, I can add them because they're like terms. 6 plus 4 is 10, positive 10. So my answer is positive 10. Is this my final answer, or I can keep on going? Well, this is my final answer. There's nothing else I can do here because none of the terms I have here are like terms. This one has an A, this one has a B, and the last one is just a plain number. So there's nothing else to do. Final answer. Let's see a second example. Here we're going to be very careful because we have x and y in every single term, but as you can see here, x is square and here x is square. So this will be my first two like terms, the 5x squared y and the negative x squared y. Okay, here what I need to do is 5 minus, if I don't see any number in front of the x, that's because I have a 1. So 5 minus 1, that would be 4. For what? 4x squared y. Because that was I was adding. Okay, let's continue. Here I have xy, and here I also have xy. These are like terms because I have exactly the same variables and each variable exactly with the same exponent. So this is adding a plus 1 plus 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4. For what? Plus 4. For what? For xy. Okay, am I done or I can keep on going? Well, this is our final answer because 4x squared y and 4xy are not like terms. Why? Because even though I have x and x here, here the x squared and here the x is to the power of 1. So these two terms are not like terms. So this is my final answer. One last thing that I want to remind you. Whenever you're adding, for example, x plus x, this is adding 1x plus another x, okay? So 1 plus 1 is 2. To what? To x, because I'm adding x's, okay? Now, just in case you thought that this would be squared, when will this be squared? If you multiply x times x, well, that is x squared. But if you add x plus x, this is equal to 2x because you're just adding x's. The square will be in the case you're multiplying two x's. Okay, so don't forget about this part because it's very important. And good luck with like terms. If you want to, you may subscribe now and hit the like button if you like this video. Okay, bye.